Why is there jizz on your puff?
The following program is hosted by immature, irreverent, obnoxious, and often disgusting young men. Listener discretion is advised.
This time on Nude Clan,
The Hitman movie.
a bag of marbles and a fucking bottle of vinegar or vegetable oil.
Fuck that one up.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Nude Clan. I am your host, Joe.
Kaleb Craig.
Kaleb Schweiss.
And Zach.
And today, ladies and gentlemen, we are reviewing the 2007 hit, Hitman.
I see what you did there.
Hitman?
We watched it right before the show, and we're so excited to get into it. It really was. It's gonna, Schweiss says he's watched this movie twice. And
you can see why.
You can see why. You can really see why, because you will forget it immediately after you watch it. But
I won't forget that Kurlenko shit, though, for a bit.
But before we get into any of that, what has everyone been playing this week?
Let's see. Played some Call of Duty, some Tales of Berseria, some Street Fighter V, some Warhammer Chaos Bane, and what else did I play?
This is the children's show. We can't have you say fuck on the air.
Yeah, no fuck words.
You played a fucking Warhammer game?
Fucking
Craig's losing his mind.
God, there's something else.
Okay, you played a lot of games and you forgot one of them.
No, I haven't played a lot of games.
You just listed 6 fucking games. What are you talking about? You don't play a lot of games.
This is not a lot.
Fuck, what was
We're
it?
a video game podcast.
I also work 40 hours a week. Excuse me while I list off 12 games that I played this week.
Technically, I work about 55.
I work 50. No.
Yeah, Craig worked 50, yeah.
Sorry, I guess I'm the only one to play.
Yeah, what are you, are you some kind of 40-hour pussy? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, it's funny. The people in Europe are like, what, 40 hours?
I work
25.
God.
Yeah, see,
They're working their fingers to the bone.
When you look up at this, when you look up to the sky and you wonder why we're better, this is why.
Because we're working ourselves to death.
Because we work till we die.
I got it. Devil May Cry 4. There we go.
Oh, okay. Why'd you play that?
Because I wanted to.
Isn't that a shitty game?
It's okay.
So, yes. It's
You really
shitty.
sold me on that.
Well, it's decent, but like the thing is, like you play the first half of the game as Nero, and then you play the same game in reverse as Dante, and the Dante part is much better. But all this actual story is in the Nero part.
Is it a palindrome? Is it Tenet?
What?
Nothing. I'm the only one who's seen Tenet in this room. Y'all at home?
Did you just ruin the twist of the movie?
No, I didn't.
I swear to God, Joe.
I didn't ruin it.
You fucking...
I'm going to start calling you Craig if you're going to be ruining shit like that.
Yeah. With no shame. Just spoiling stuff
Think
left
about
and
what
right.
you did.
No.
What did Craig do?
He spoils shit all the time.
Yeah,
Only when you tell me to.
No, because I specifically said, do not tell me anything. You're like, well, I mean, I'm not going to say anything. But it's kind of like this game and this twist. It's exactly that. That's exactly what the twist is. You've done that to me like 3 times.
Yeah, you guys... no, I think it was you that spoiled what happens in Last of Us 2.
I didn't know you hadn't played it.
I mean, it happens pretty early on.
Yeah, blame
so.
me.
I felt so bad. I said, you're like, oh, thanks, man. I was like, oh, God.
Well, I mean, yeah, it does happen in like 20 minutes into the game.
Yeah. But we're not talking about that today. So, Craig, Devil May Cry 4, not sold. Not sold.
It has some pretty sweet ass weapons in it, and the gameplay is fun when you play as Dante. But other than that,
Yeah, you fucking with some sweet ass weapons.
exactly.
yes,
Some saw.
It was the way he said that with the rhythm.
Yeah.
What it was.
Yeah.
Some bullets in the pot. Some sweet ass weapons.
Is that it, Craig?
yeah.
Outside of the one you forgot?
No, it
That-
was Devil
that
May Cry
was the
4.
one. that I forgot.
I'm sorry. I forgot all the games you listed until you started talking about Devil May Cry. Oh, and Warhammer, I guess.
Yeah, why are you playing Warhammer?
Because
You just want to never have sex or what?
No, it's just a. It's like,
Fucked, bro.
it was $20, and it was an exact.
Oh,
clone
it was
of-
only $20.
It was an exact
okay.
clone of Diablo 3, and I was like, you know what? I could fucks with some more Diablo 3.
$20 is the adult $1 bill, so like $20 ain't that bad.
Yeah, but it's not like, just to kind of toss it up there and like, oh, yeah, it was only 20. I don't know.
That's how
Well, I mean, it came with like all the DLC for it, so
I
feel like it was worth it. It's a deal. It's a Diablo 3 clone.
Yeah, I have like 5 of the Warhammer games on PC because I bought like a big collection of a company that went under because it had all the Prince of Persia games.
That's pretty rad.
I think those are the only ones I actually played out of that bundle, the ones I actually wanted. And it was like $20 for 25 games.
All I ever wanted.
And I played 5 of them, and I have like 8 Warhammer games on there. But I was like, that looks pretty gay, so I'm not going to play it.
I think most of them are like Diablo.
It's like, it looked like Gears of War, but gay to me. So I was like, yeah.
Dude, there's.
I don't know if I've seen
Gays
Are you
of
kidding?
War?
There is
Gears of War, yeah.
Gears of War has so many gay undertones. Dom, let me see them balls, Dom.
Gears of Gay.
I know your wife's been gone for a long time.
Yeah,
Drops his fucking bolter and goes to bed.
that's
Nobody
true.
Pick it up.
Well, maybe that's why I didn't play it, though, because I was like,
dudes.
This was after Don't Ask, Don't Tell? Or
yeah. I think that's why I didn't play it, because I was like, Gears of War is already pretty gay, and this looks even gayer.
It's the Top Gun, but for video games.
It's just out.
Yeah, this one's come out. These guys are closet
Gears
gays.
is still closeted.
Yeah, they're still in the
There's
closet.
a lot of gay tension, but they're not willing to let it out.
I love it when you pick up
kind of
ammo,
like this
Dom.
show.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? We let it out all the time.
We let it in.
I hate to see you leave, Dom, but I love to watch you walk away.
Like, man, is this gay to you? Seems gay to me.
We're not gay in the cog.
They say they don't allow gays in their army, but I think all of these guys are gay.
I mean, if you listen real closely, when you shoot some dude in the head, he goes, boom, cum shot.
I mean, to be fair, if you were gay, wouldn't you want to be surrounded by as many men as possible?
In the Navy.
Yeah,
Like,
you would think, yeah.
I'm not stuck in here with you. You're stuck in here with me.
And the walls are sticky.
That probably is true. I mean, yeah.
yeah.
You guys want to see how long it takes to grow a cum stalactite?
If we work together.
Joe, teamwork makes the dream work.
Oh my God. That's the worst community project ever.
If we put enough socks in here, it'll go faster.
Got to rotate that. Whoever gets that top bunk.
Stay on target.
Here's the fourth Luke.
It has landed.
You have to be the person that fucker fell on, though. Like, I'd be so pissed.
Yeah, you're sitting there doing a deep snore, and then suddenly you just get oh. It's this massive cum. The only thing keeping you sane is realizing that the only cum that actually touched your mouth was the last guy's. Everyone else's was just underneath.
Oh, I hope he had pineapple juice. 'Cause
Yeah. It's like that gif of the guy like with his mouth wide open, and then somebody throws a dildo and it just like fucking goes like all the way down. He's like,
the best part about that gif is his eyes. Like when it starts to eat, he doesn't think it's gonna happen. And it goes there. He's like, oh shit.
it's a stalactite surprise. Give him the 1-2 stalactite. All right, so that's it for Craig's games. What about you, Joe? What have you been doing?
This week I played a little bit of Final Fantasy 14. Finally have Schweiss caught up to me in that. So I played a dungeon yesterday and we went through just fine, and then I'll be playing some more quests, trying to finish that up, and hopefully finish it up in a month is the goal for UFF. So we'll see if that happens. Also, this week I played Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes, and it took me a while to kind of get back used to the sneaking around and stuff in Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
But once I did, I had a good time. It was a nice little short little experience in Ground Zeroes, because I bought Phantom Pain and like the collector's, not the collector's, but like it has like the full game, the full experience is on PlayStation Network for like $20. So, and I just felt like playing another Metal Gear Solid. I'm like, you know what? It's time. So
Yeah.
I bought it and I played Ground Zeroes.
Nice. You gonna start 5?
Yeah, but now I'm playing Shadowbringers, so it might have to be put on hold for a little while.
Yeah.
But eventually, yeah, I hope to play it.
Nice. I started playing those earlier this year, but I got to the very end of 3, and then my disc froze because my kid kept like pushing the eject button on the PlayStation 3, and then he pulled the disc out and he scratched the foil.
oh no!
It was it's an $80 game too for the
And
PS3.
now he sleeps outside.
Yeah.
Is that correct? With the dog?
Yeah, well,
Oh, yeah, because you had the whole collection, didn't you?
yeah, well, I still do. It just doesn't work.
Not number 3, anyway.
Yeah, maybe that cutscene is, but like I can't even skip it. Like I can't skip and then play past it and watch it online. It just stops working at that point.
Borrow a disc for a second.
Yeah, I borrowed one from Jake. He has it too.
Okay.
But it was, I think it was like $80 that I paid to get that.
Oh, that's rough, buddy.
Yeah, so I wasn't very happy about that. But I almost finished the first one chronologically.
Nice.
Yeah, it was good. As good as I remembered.
It's good until you get... I mean, the best parts of that game are kind of like the ending section, so...
Yeah, it was the battle on the bridge against the Metal Gear that it glitched.
Oh, okay.
So like pretty much the very end.
Yeah, very near the end.
Yeah. So I almost beat it. But yeah, I wanted to go through all of those, and I just haven't had time. What about you, Zach? What have you been playing?
Man, I played some Street Fighter 5. Played some fuck out of thing. Resident Evil remake.
Oh, okay, nice.
Decided because it's the spooky season. Play some survival horror games.
Yeah.
Done that. Played Hades. Downloaded that. That just barely came out. West of Dead, which is actually pretty cool. Just started that. And man, I think that's it.
So with these Resident Evil remakes, are they close to 4 or what?
Yeah.
The next
In
one would be
terms of
4.
style.
Oh,
No, well, yeah, they are. They're a lot more like 4.
Okay.
but it's more horror. Like it's straight up horror.
Yeah, they're less action game.
Like the horror of having to sit still and wait for the worm head guy to come after you because he can't move and shoot at the same time. I would call that the most terrifying thing I've ever done in a video game. I've only ever played like 2 hours worth of Resident Evil 4, and I'm like, this game's too terrifying.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was scary, man. Like,
It's scary how bad I am at the control scheme.
you should play 7 because 7 is great.
Can you move
Seven's
and shoot
horror.
at the same time?
Yeah, but it doesn't help you.
Yeah, but at least like in functionality in my brain, like with the shooter, I'm just used to moving and shooting. And then when I tried to play 4, I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, so like the first like Resident Evil remake, it plays the same and it keeps the tank controls. I guess you can switch them up, but I decided not to. But Jesus Christ,
They're improved tank controls though.
they still suck.
Yeah, they're kind of. I mean, they're tanky.
They're
but
still terrible. I could have. Yeah, I don't know.
You should. They're not as bad as the original game, though.
Really?
They're not. It's not even close. Yeah, it's nothing like that.
One day I do want to play the original on PlayStation.
Like, it's a little brutal. Well, you can borrow it from Cameron.
Does he have them?
He has my copy of one. I loaned it.
I mean,
to
I
him.
want to buy it someday. Like, I want to buy them.
Yeah, yeah. They're on the network,
Sick.
so you can buy all of them.
I'll have to do it. My next one's Code Veronica, though. As soon as I beat this one, I'm going to throw in Code Veronica. Because I've always wanted to play that one. I just never played it.
I've never wanted to play that one.
Jake told me it's terrible, and I'm like, I'm going to
Just FYI, the best Resident Evil game is Umbrella Chronicles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the only one you played?
That's the only one I've played and beaten that thing on co-op.
God.
It's a lot of fun.
Who the fuck played that with you, Dylan?
Me and Dylan played it on his Wii. We played with Dylan's Wii while
He had firm control of his nunchuck.
That's right.
All right.
Waved around his Wiimote.
Wait, is that the like rail shooter one?
Yeah, it's the real
Yeah.
shooter.
Oh, see, I always confuse that with
It's a fun 2-player experience.
I always confuse that game with Operation Raccoon City, and so I'm like, why would you ever?
Is that the
play
one you play as Hunk? Which one's the one you play? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that one's a piece
Anyway,
of shit.
so like playing 7, because I'd never played any Resident Evil before, that like opened up my eyes to like this whole beautiful fandom that I'm excited to like
Yeah.
get through.
There's a lot of great stuff in Resident Evil. I love that series.
Dude, there's a bar in Japan that's got like their drinks and they give them to you in like those little like whatever the like what the virus is in those little
Oh,
containers.
the little vials, yeah.
Yeah, so I fucking want to go so bad.
Is that how coronavirus started?
I think so.
Oh. You put the virus in the drink,
Yeah, yeah.
and we blamed it on China.
That's right. We needed a good enemy, and they're pretty good for doing that.
The bioterrorism.
Yeah.
I don't know, man, it just gets me excited for 8. Like I'm so fucking stoked for 8.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
That and God of War are like my 2 most anticipated games coming out for the PS5.
Yeah,
Like by far.
I agree. It's FF. It's whatever. It's been too long since the real one. That 7 remake.
That's a real one.
Yeah, since like a standalone. All right, that's it for you.
Yeah, that's it for me.
Okay, so I played. I did play some Call of Duty. Didn't we play Call of Duty or no? We didn't.
I didn't play with you guys, no.
They were playing it
No,
last
I-
night on the chat.
You know what? I did play Call of Duty. I played it with these guys after a few people left.
Nice.
I downloaded and played the tutorial for Street Fighter V, but I didn't actually get to play the actual game.
Nice.
So that was fun, I guess. And I did start the Conan PS3 game.
And you love it?
Not really. It's like a really shitty God of War. It reminds me a lot of that 300 game that I played on the PSP back
I
in the.
never played that game, so I cannot understand that reference.
300 had a shitty game based on it.
Yeah.
That's odd.
Yeah. You know, I was thinking about 300 the other day, and I was like,
A movie trying to be a video game as much as possible.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, that's a pretty fun movie. But everyone
Is it,
talks
though?
about, like, yeah, it's like one of Snyder's 2 good movies.
What's the first one?
Dawn of the Dead. I haven't seen Watchmen, but
I think Watchmen's his best movie.
Yeah, Watchmen's
Yeah,
great.
Watchmen is his best movie.
like everyone talks about the Snyder cut, and I'm like, this is the Snyder cut. All they did was he's just shitty. Like that's the thing. Like everyone's like, oh, when are they going to release the Snyder cut? It's like, what, you want more of the bad? Like everyone complains, and then they're like, I'm going to wait for the Snyder cut. It's like, no, that's just more.
So is the Snyder
bad
Cut?
thing.
I keep on hearing people talk about Snyder Cut, and I really don't give a shit, so I haven't actually looked
Right.
it up. Is it Snyder Cut of Batman v Superman or
No.
Justice League?
No,
It's
Justice
Justice League. But what
Oh.
it is like when Joss Whedon went in to finish it. So Zack Snyder's daughter committed suicide.
Yeah,
So
I
he
know, I
had
know
to-
the
so he had to
situation
step
there.
away.
Yeah,
but like
it's a
for
terrible
the
situation.
movie, Joss Whedon went in and he took a bunch out and he redesigned a bunch of stuff too. So like the main villain of Justice League didn't look like that in the beginning. Like
I don't even remember what he looks like.
yeah,
It's like
yeah,
the last superhero movie I
And
watched.
So
I mean, if you're the director coming to take over someone else, it's kind of like
no, right, but that's what the problem is. People were like, "Well, it sucked," and it's like, "Well, did it suck because of the original script, or did it suck because like all the stuff that like got changed into it?" And so that's where people are coming from, is
So
saying like,
people
"Oh, it's
are thinking that it because of a couple aesthetic choices from a new director
Well,
that
and
it's
so
going to be better.
He cut out a bunch of plot points. Like apparently the movie was supposed to be longer, and then WB said, "No, we want on it under 2 hours.
Is the director's cut of Batman v Superman better?
No.
Okay.
It literally only adds 30 minutes of extra fight scenes.
That's like...
So
That's literally
I don't
all
know,
it is.
man. No.
but Justice League is going to be 4 hours long.
Yeah.
I trust...
4 hours?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're gonna release it as
they're-
episodes first. So
Yeah,
1, 2, 3,
on-
4,
on
and then they're gonna
HBO,
release it
they're
as
gonna-
a full movie.
I can't imagine.
They were doing hour-long ones? I thought they were doing 2-hour ones.
No, I heard it was 4 hour long episodes.
Why the fuck would you make that movie 4 hours?
It's everything that was on the cutting room
Because
floor,
that's all
apparently.
Zack Snyder fucking loves to do, dude. Fucking Batman v Superman extended cut is 3.5 hours.
You know,
And I
The
fucking
90
sat there and I watched it.
the 90-minute
Dude,
Snyder.
enjoyed half
the
of
only scene worth it was that one where fucking Batman brains a dude with a crate the size of a fucking elephant.
That's in the normal movie.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you know what? Then
Yeah,
the
it is.
extended version adds nothing.
Yeah.
That's the only version I ever saw.
What the extended version does is it kind of ties up some loose ends and like it connects things better.
That doesn't mean it'll be a better movie.
Right, but what I'm saying is like that's what it did. It like just connected some stuff where it's like they're like, oh, we don't need this in the movie. It's like you did because that doesn't make sense now.
Yeah, see, I think that's why I think 300 is my favorite of his movies, because the other ones just kind of suck.
Do you see yourself in the guy that betrayed everyone?
No.
It's funny how ripped Michael Fassbender is, but how tiny he looks in that movie.
Yeah.
Think about that every time. Like, if he was in a room with normal people, man, he'd look fucking ripped. But in comparison to all these other
Fucking
guys,
Gerard Butler's
he
tits
looks-
are pushing his chin.
he
up.
looks teeny tiny.
Yeah.
Well,
That's-
I mean, Gerard Butler had like those like upside down push up pull up things from what was it? Fucking Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he had a few years to get in shape for that.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm saying. He was massive.
Yeah, I like that movie because it's like testosterone the movie. Like I used to say Tombstone is that movie, but now I think it might be 300. And it's
I thought it was
really
Spray on Abs, the movie.
Hold on, it is, but it has a little bit more homoeroticism pulled in. There's no homoeroticism in Tombstone.
That's true, yeah. It's a very hetero man movie.
It's somewhere between Tombstone and the Arnold Schwarzenegger documentary Pumping Iron.
Yeah.
Is about where it's at. Like
coming
as
on
far
the
as like
time.
yes, masculinity, but two sides of masculinity, and one is like totally straight. You know, they have sex with women, and one like, dude, you know those guys are.
Is they're fucking each other because they're Greek?
After they're pumping iron, they're pumping.
Ass.
Yeah. So I mean,
Yeah.
it's right in the middle there. So I think it definitely is on the side, though. If you're talking about like feminine and masculine films, it's definitely on the far end of masculine. But when you put it into the four quadrants of of straight and homoerotic, it's definitely leaning towards the middle of that
it's so
homoerotic
straight it's
side.
becoming gay.
The best part of that assessment is like, he calls out the Athenians for being gay, which wouldn't happen now. But he's like, "What are you doing, your boy lover?"
Does he really call them out for being gay?
Yeah, he calls them boy lovers, yeah.
Are we all aware that the Spartans fucked each other all the time?
Zack Snyder's not, but the rest of us were like, "What? That's not
Like,
what happened."
those dudes hardly ever had sex with women, which is why there weren't that many of them.
When you're out patrolling and you see Dominic picking up some flowers, sometimes you get the urge.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, I want to watch it again now. It's been a long time. And I'm like, man, you know how quotable that
seen it in
movie
a long
is?
time. I haven't
It's
seen it.
awesome. Like, there's so many awesome fucking quotes from that thing.
I mean, there's the "This is Sparta" line, which is pretty great.
Fight in the shade.
yeah, like tonight we dine in hell. Like, there's some great fucking writing in that thing.
Okay.
And like most of the other Snyder movies are trash
And you
writing.
can actually understand what Gerard Butler is
for
saying.
once, yeah.
It does make he has to deliver everything in a yell in order for you to do that. But
yeah.
it's a very enunciated yell.
You know what? I think I'm going to watch it again, too. It's been a long time.
Yeah,
I
it
watched
was-
it was like in the early 2010s. Like, it's been a long time.
Yeah, I saw it in theaters and I thought it was awesome.
Because Gerard Butler in Tomb Raider 2
Yeah, you can't understand
can't
a word
understand a
he's
fucking thing he's saying.
saying.
I mean, like, I swear to God, he's carrying the plot, too. So we're all like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Dude, I didn't give a shit about the plot when I was younger. I was like, yeah, Tor Laura. Climb that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So I played the Conan game. It's like a shitty God of War, so it's like the 300 game. And it's not very fun, and it's really clunky too. Like the way you block, the combat's kind of shit. And then you find the naked chicks
Well, that's good.
like in God of War, but you don't get to fuck them like in God of War. You don't get like a mini game. Yeah. They just tell you they would fuck you, and then their tits are out, and then you walk away.
I would fuck you if you had a bigger polygon.
Conan would totally fuck them.
Yeah, exactly. So it's unrealistic.
No, I mean, there's that part in the movie where he like gives her a blanket or whatever, right? Like they throw in a woman for him to fuck, and he's like, "I'm gonna be kind to
Conan. Book Conan would fuck.
Yeah.
But Conan does not have the soundtrack of Conan the Barbarian, so I really...
Well, I mean, it can't, but...
I need John Milius Conan.
You could listen to the soundtrack while listening to the books, though.
Yeah, it's a sick soundtrack. It is. But not a sick game.
That the only... So you played...
Those two, Final Fantasy 14, and I think that... Oh, and I played Last of Us 2. Obviously, and Ghost of Tsushima. Yeah,
I played Squadrons as well. I forgot to say that. I played Squadrons.
Yeah, Ghost of Tsushima is cool so far. I honestly though, I'm not like blown away by it. The combat's not nearly as good as Sekiro. It's beautiful, but
it's nothing like Sekiro.
Are you
got to stop. You got to stop comparing them. Because they're not the same.
Yeah, well, nothing will ever be as good. So you're right.
You gotta stop comparing them, then.
I'm not saying it's it's. I compare it because when I watch the preview of
Doom
both,
is nothing like Sekiro, therefore it sucks.
Well, what you got to realize is that when I first saw
I did the same thing with Halo and like every other shooter. I'm like, just ain't the same.
Yeah,
doesn't give me the same.
Right,
thing
but like
as
when
Halo.
you're Schweiss saw a Japanese guy and he was like, "Nah, it's Sekiro." Look at him. Sekiro is Japanese. That's what it is.
Well, see, the funny thing...
Fucking racist.
Schweiss is not colorblind. No,
Yeah.
he is... Wait, no. He's blinded by color.
Yeah.
And those slanty eyes.
Ethnicity. Because everything is Sekiro. Every black man is the Allstate guy.
Or Morgan Freeman. There's two black guys. And I mix those two up somehow.
Or thinking that Michael B. Jordan starred in Moonlight.
Yeah. Yeah, there's only one of them that's built. And it's Michael B. Jordan.
They're both built.
The only reason why we got to say B is because there's a basketball Michael Jordan too, so I know of four.
What about Karl Malone?
What about
You gotta forget
Samuel
about Karl
Jackson?
Malone?
You didn't buy a Toyota from him?
I remember Karl Malone. He doesn't count though.
It doesn't count.
No, he's
But then Michael Jordan shouldn't count either because they're both
No,
sportsters.
Michael Jordan counts. He's fine. Because he's distinct. He's got it because we have Michael B. Jordan. That's why Michael Jordan still exists, because we have to put the B in there to make sure we know who we're talking about.
Fuck are you saying?
That's why they call him Michael B. Jordan, because if they called him Michael Jordan, everyone would think talking about basketball.
You're starting to sound pretty Biden over there.
Yeah. You ain't black. I'm sorry, you're not.
Shut up, man.
The melanin blood bender.
Yeah. Fuck. What else did I play? I think that was it, though. No, and it's the reason why I compare it to Sekiro is because when I saw the two trailers, because they released the trailers at the same time, I thought Ghost of Tsushima looked amazing. I think they did. It was a really early. It was a really early Sekiro trailer. The year they put out the Ghost of Tsushima trailer.
No.
I think it is. Yep.
No, dude, Sekiro was like at least a year before.
No,
that.
they announced this way fucking early.
No,
You're
they
wrong.
didn't.
I think they
They
did.
announced Ghost of Tsushima like 2 years ago, and Sekiro came out like 2-3 years ago.
No, it didn't. It came out like
Sekiro did not come out 3 years ago.
Sekiro. They announced
when did
him.
it come out?
I think they announced him on the same E3. I really do. They just one company knows how to put a game out, and the other one takes forever. But the reason why I compare them is because I thought
because when they announced Ghost of Tsushima, they said that it was going to be released July, like in the coming year.
well, that did not happen.
Yes, it did.
No,
it came
it
out
didn't.
in July.
Dude, they did not have that fucking E3 where the guy with the white guy's playing the like Japanese instrument and everyone online
Dude,
was like,
it said
that
said
wasn't
July
last year.
2020.
That was not last year that they fucking
Yes, it
announced that
was.
game. No, it wasn't.
Yes,
It was the same year they had the God of War fucking trailer.
I don't know what time is now in Corona world.
You're crazy.
I don't
I haven't
know
seen
when
one of those in
anything happened.
years.
You're crazy, man.
Dude, that's what happened.
They did not
said
fucking-
they said it was going to be in July, and it came out fucking in July.
Yeah, well, yeah, 2 years later.
Yeah, July. They didn't say what year.
It didn't just come out in July. It came out fucking in July, dude.
Yeah, it came out fucking. It was great.
Yeah.
But not for Schweiss because it's not Sekiro.
Yeah,
that's
well,
right.
the reason why I compare them, though, this is what I was getting to, is because when I saw them both...
Because one's a ninja, the other one's a samurai.
No, because when I saw them both, I thought Sekiro looked like dog shit. Because I was like, all it showed was like some sneaking, and I was like, oh, it looks kind of shitty. And this one's like the artsy one. And then I played Sekiro, and I was like, no, it's actually pretty artsy too. Like, it's pretty awesome, like an environment and visuals. And then I play this one, and this one's good looking too. But like all of the things that I was shitting on Sekiro about, I actually really ended up liking in Sekiro. So. That's the only reason why I compare them. They're not the same at all.
I remember you being pretty excited about Sekiro because it was from FromSoft.
But that was when they announced that I hadn't played anything from them yet. That was before.
Wait, what is FromSoft?
They do this.
Why do I know
games.
that name?
Souls games, Bloodborne.
Souls games and
Armored Core.
Armored fucking Core.
Yeah,
yeah.
that was before.
Fuck that game. Fuck that series. I've never even played anything but Armored Core 4 Answer, but...
Did you think
You played Bloodborne?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I also loved that game too, right?
Well, it's because you shut up, Joe. I don't want your wrong game opinions about how bad that game is when it's fucking amazing.
I don't think it's bad. I just don't think it's great.
Did you think Armored Core 4 was worse than Pimp My Ride though?
The game will
Never played Pimp My
probably
Ride. I bought Pimp My Ride for Schweiss.
I thought
but I've never played it.
we reviewed it.
Schweiss, you'll probably like Ghost of Tsushima more when it opens up a little bit because you got to like get all the moves. The stances, because that's when like the combat starts flowing more, because you got to switch between them for the different guys that you fight.
Yeah, it's not that I don't like it or anything. I don't know. I feel like I'm burnt out on the open world games.
There have
You
been
need a
lot
good rail
recently.
shooter, like an Umbrella Chronicle.
Yeah, I need
Straighten
something.
you out.
There really has been a lot of like open world ones though. I guess shit.
And I'm not talking like Last of Us 2 where it's quasi open world. I'm talking open.
It's only open in like 2 spots.
Yeah.
And one of those spots is Ellie's legs.
Yeah.
She doesn't.
But yeah.
No, live in the awkward zone.
I'm just trying to get us demonetized, dude.
live in it.
Wouldn't we have to make money first? I mean, the money.
It's true. Hey, we need 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Get on that shit.
Yeah.
I don't know why our YouTube presence is so weak.
Probably because we're not.
It's probably because you have to type in the word nude in YouTube in order to find it. By the way, you put in Nude Clan, and it's like our videos and then like some like African clans. Like,
Oh, nice. We got some brothers over there.
We're gonna get the.
it's like it's like National Geographic, like in the mountains
I was gonna say
of
we're
Africa
gonna,
somewhere.
We're gonna get the National Geographic crowd now.
Man,
Hell
we
yeah.
got a presence. I didn't realize
No,
that.
you're getting like horny, like 13-year-olds,
Which is our demographic. I don't know what you're complaining
Yeah, that's what
about.
our Facebook
who
page
for
is.
some reason try to look up porn on YouTube, which is
Probably
stupid.
it's probably because they don't want to look it up on their family's computer because they don't have their own.
But they still have to type in the word nude.
Yeah, but you can clear your cache.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if I was thinking
Incognito
like,
mode,
yeah.
people. Come on.
It exists for a reason.
That's right.
Yeah. That's what our Facebook page is, though. It's all like spam accounts or like horny people.
We
Yeah.
have a Facebook page.
They're like,
Exactly
hey, can you send pics? It's like, I really don't think you want pics, dude.
Just snap a picture of your
Pretty
foot. Send your foot picture.
Yeah.
We were joking last night. We need an OnlyFans for Nude Clan
Yeah.
because people will
I've
look
been
up.
joking about this for months. Fuck you guys. I've been saying that's why I'm plugging every
I
episode.
told him that.
We
pretty
need
great.
it. Yeah, we need it.
We do.
People will pay.
Set that shit up.
People will pay. And then we can be demonetized because we'll have money.
I heard you. What were they saying last night? Like you don't see anything until you pay or something.
Yeah, that's what A4 was saying. Is like
Okay.
you make an account or whatever, and then
Yeah.
people can't see anything.
Of
until,
course
like,
you'd
they
know how
pay you.
OnlyFans worked.
Yeah, of course.
I don't have
Yeah,
any money for that.
Because you have to subscribe to them.
Oh, okay.
So can we trick people? Can we put like a hot chick with some like pics of her on there,
Then it's gonna be me holding my tits.
and then,
They open it up.
and then they subscribe?
Yeah, and then we have their money already, so we don't care what they
Great.
get.
This is a great idea.
Oh, and they always put as just like hot like nudes. Just put nude. It's like to just put nude.
No, Nude Clan I think would probably work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of pictures
Just
of our
gain
side
access.
boob.
Just gain access to the Nude Clan. That's all you got to put. Because then we didn't promise anything.
Yeah.
We'll have some podcast episodes posted.
Yeah.
Yeah. Enjoy the Nude Clan XXX.
Let's put pictures of our feet up there. That's what I heard you do there.
That's what I heard you do there.
We should, yeah. I think it's a great moneymaker.
We can shake our moneymaker for money.
That's right.
All right.
But that is it for me as far as games played. The question now, the only question that matters, did anyone beat a game this week? I guess these 2 weeks. but-
Yeah, I
All right.
did.
What you got, Greg?
I beat Devil May Cry 4. I beat Tales of Berseria, and I beat Warhammer Chaos.
God, you fucking virgin.
So DMC4 Berseria.
He's beating your fucking ass,
I know, dude.
Zach.
I'm gonna have to just stop seeing people.
What the fuck was the last one called?
Warhammer Chaos Bane.
We're gonna have to stop seeing each other. I have to beat more.
You could just put
games
Chaos
than
Bane.
my-
Maybe it's not what I want, but I have to beat Craig.
my fellow podcast host.
I have to be the King Hog and understand.
Do you understand what
I don't
King
want your
Hog
adoration.
means? Craig has been King Hog for 4 years.
I've been talking up this coup for months. I can't let it flounder now.
What about you, Joe?
I beat Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes, which I will count as a game.
I mean, it is a game.
Yeah, that puts me at 6 games this year.
Nice. What about you?
No, I played a bunch, but I didn't beat anything.
Okay.
If I put my mind to it, I probably could have beat Resident Evil this week, but
I did finish Last of Us 2 in this time frame. So we'll be playing that, or we'll be reviewing that for our next episode, actually. So stay tuned for that.
strap in, baby.
Strap in and strap on. So the Nude Clan leaderboard is the Lewd board. That's what we should call it. The
Yeah.
looter board.
The loot board.
The lewd board for the host is as follows: 21 games beaten for our King Hog, Kaleb Craig. Second place is Zach at 17. I am in third with 11, and Joe has 6. That is where we lie.
Jesus.
That's a lot. That's a lot, Craig.
Yeah.
I think you should slow it down. Focus on work.
Can we look at the
Dude,
other
I'm
years?
nowhere near what I have been in the last couple of years.
Yeah, we've all slowed down. The last few years, like there was one year where I did like 46 or something.
Yeah, dude, I think our second year we were like in the 40s by now.
Yeah. Which is
Imagine
crazy.
what it would be like if you were down to 40 hours, Schweiss.
I don't really want to play that much though. Like that's the
Saying
thing.
you would rather spend the time with your family? Is that what you're saying?
Maybe. Or I would rather spend it at work. Yeah, or I would rather spend it making money.
Yeah, so it's money that you'll never see used because all you see is the inside of the post office.
It's a pretty dismal inside. I'll be
Yeah.
honest. It's kind of sad.
Yeah.
It's old.
Do you not have those existential questions in your mind all the time?
Not when I'm working. When
Like, I have one life to live and I'm spending almost all of it
Not when
right
I'm working.
here.
That's what they want. They don't
I-
want you to think about it.
do say that a lot when I'm bored at work and I'm expected to stay. I'm like, I have a lot of things that I want to do before I die, and one of them is not staying here when there's nothing to do.
Hey, can you stay for 2 more hours? Yes, please.
Yeah.
Volunteer.
See, if there's
Get
stuff,
my knee pads, boss.
if there's stuff to do, I'll do it. But if it's like dead, I hate myself being there.
Yeah.
Hate it. But I mean, I get to listen to like podcasts and drudge through horrible fantasy series like Wheel of Time and
Fuck off.
Which book are you on?
10. No, 9. 9.
Oh, you're not even to the worst one.
Dude, it is painful.
9
Craig.
is pretty fucking bad. But
There-
10 is the worst.
Well,
And then 11's great.
no, 10's not that bad. Especially since it's the shortest.
It is not the shortest.
Yeah, it is.
It is like 26
Dragon
hours.
Reborn is the shortest. Book 3 is the shortest.
And that's a good book.
Well, okay, so it's 2 hours longer than the shortest book. So it's the second shortest book in the series.
I'm on book 9, and I still have like 300 or 280
Dude,
hours
the
of this
next-
fucker.
9
the
and
last
10
4 books are
10
all
is
like
the worst.
40 hours each. So
10 is the worst?
10 is the worst.
Dude.
9 is the second worst.
You know, when I complained about, like, Book 4 of Thrones, it is not this bad. It is nowhere near this bad.
At least this one ends.
Because it's not boring. It might not be what I want,
It's not
but
a
it
story
isn't.
if there's no fucking ending, Schweiss.
That's true. So it hasn't ended. But,
You're in the middle of a story.
yeah, I'm like 2/3 through the story. I'm also 2/3 through this! I
Book
will
10 is the worst.
I will finish it, though, Craig. I will.
Just put it on like ×3 speed and just...
I might as well. I'm barely hearing it. Like, there's times where I'm like, man, I've been listening for like an hour and I have no idea what's happening. Like, I'm not going.
Ladies in a dream world and like...
Yeah, I hate the women.
Yeah, I would
in
say
this
doing
world.
at least 1.5 speed.
The women in this
these
world,
next two.
I cannot stand.
No joke. There is someone who went through and like chapter point of views or whatever, and there's like big, huge statistic, like graphs and everything, like from what chapters are based on what characters, and you'll see it. If the main characters are involved more in the books are better. And like it was clear. It was just clear with the line. It's like all these Aes Sedai characters on this graph I saw online, because it started with like Matt, Rand, and Perrin, just like almost all of the first book. And then as they go down this other line of just like bullshit side characters, like goes up through the middle books, and then when it gets near the end of the series, all those other guys come back.
Yeah.
And it's like, based upon how many Aes Sedai chapters there are, is how good or bad one of the Wheel of Time books is.
It's crazy. I hate women in this fucking world. I really do. They're so, and they're
Someone
all
make a
Clip
snippet
that,
of that.
please.
Yeah. Kaleb Schweiss says he hates women in this world.
It's gonna be when you're in your
Now he can
presidential like
never
run.
run for
Yeah,
president.
in a few years, and you're like banned.
Well, Schweiss, there's only one world.
Yeah. It's so bad, though. And, like, all of them just bug me in this series. All of the women, except for, like, 2. They all just piss me
All
off.
of them
Because
bug
they're all,
me.
like, they're all pissy all the time. And, like,
I like any of the ones that are in the first book. I'm up for that.
No, Egwene is a piece of shit.
I dislike them less, but, like, Perrin's wife, like, she's so fucking annoying. Like, they're all just
Yeah, she
annoying.
can be.
Like, they don't shut up ever. All they do is, like, and then they all sniff. Like, all of it's just sniffles. Everyone's got a fucking cold.
Everybody's always folding their arms
Yes!
under their breasts.
And sniffing. I'm like, fuck you. This is one person cut into a million pieces as a million different characters that are all the same. They're annoying.
You're not wrong.
They're just fucking annoying. And then it's like, oh, don't you remember this person? I'm like, no, I don't remember this person. Fuck this person. God, the sniffing. Oh, God. It's like every 5 seconds, like, she sniffed at me, so that means she's angry. It's like, or maybe, you know, it's fucking allergy season and she's fine.
I'm telling you, the last 4 books are amazing.
Dude, it's killing me. It's taking me so
I know.
long. And I have real books. I've got, like, Jonathan Haidt books I want to read. And I'm like, I don't want to do it until I'm done with this fucking book, and I don't want to read it.
It took me 7 years to finish that series.
There's real
for
books
a
out
reason.
there that I want, man. But I won't start another one until I'm done. I will not do it. And I've had, like, 6 hours left for, like, weeks on end. God, it's killing me.
Just wait till you're in book 10.
It's because
Fucking killing me.
It's just because you keep listening to other shit. You just got to do nothing but that.
Crossroads
Just get
of
through it.
Twilight. Crossroads of Twilight, dude. Oof.
God damn it. It's like 40 more hours. No, there's at least 30 more hours of bad, is what you're telling me.
Yeah.
30 hours
Book
of
11's,
bad.
Book 11's great.
And then like 150 hours of good. That's what I have
Yeah,
left.
it's nothing but payoff, and it's fucking sweet.
It's good. It's real good.
Is there any payoff, though? Because, like, I don't even know what's
Tons of it.
happening.
Dude, the last 4 books are nothing but payoff from everything that's been building up.
But, like, it's building. It's nothingness building, though, with the fucking women. It's so painstaking.
Honestly, like the Wheel of Time community calls it the slump. It's the middle, like the middle books.
Yeah, but it's like 100 hours, man. That's not a slump. That's a fucking lifetime.
It's oh, man. Book 7th, Lord of Chaos?
No, that's 6.
That's 6. Okay, so it's book 7 through 10.
7 is the Crown of Swords.
Yeah, 7 through 10 are the bad books, and then they get progressively worse too. So it's like 7's 8's a little worse than 7. 9 is a lot worse than 8, and then 10 is the worst.
Wait, which one is the one?
By the way, my mind turned off too through those 4 books. I couldn't tell you which one's which. I just remember 10. I was like, what the fuck happened? Like, I listened to that entire book. I'm like, I can't remember anything happening in this book. And I went on Wikipedia, and its plot synopsis was one paragraph, one small paragraph. Like, nothing happened. It might as well have just said, nothing happens in this book.
You should edit it and be like, no, nothing. Nothing.
It was like a bunch of sentences saying that characters are still doing the thing they were doing in the previous book.
Which was also nothing.
Yes.
Yeah. And then I've noticed when they don't have Matt, it's a bad book. That's the thing. When you think he's dead for a book and a half, it's a bad time.
See, for me, it's like nothing.
Thanks for spoiling it.
No plot is going forward if there's no Rand.
Well, it's like Game of Thrones, though. If you don't see them die, you can't actually believe that they're dead. There's a bunch of that so far. Well, it's happened at least twice. But there's also no one dies that you give a shit about, too, so... That's also part of it. Not yet. Not yet. I'm sure lots of people will die.
Yeah, you're right, Schweiss.
Yeah.
Payoff.
Yeah.
I love the Wheel of Time, but there is the middle.
Yeah, there is a slog.
There's a slog.
There's a lot of stuff that I really like about it, I will say. Like, I like the bad guys. I think they're pretty cool. And some of these boring-ass books do go into them pretty detailed, and then it, like, sucks forever, and then the ending is like, oh my god, that was amazing. And then I'm, like, confused. I'm like, what is this? Like, how am I supposed to feel about this? Because, like, the ending was so good to the one. I can't remember which book it was. I don't think it was
Book 5.
Book 5 and Book 6 are both like that, where it's like
the
a real
beginning-
like slog, and then the ending parts are like, oh my god.
Yeah, the last like 10 hours is
What's the one
amazing.
What's the one you stopped on?
It was number 5. It was
he got
Fires of Heaven.
he got
Yeah,
like halfway
that's-
through right before it started getting awesome.
I had to reread the first half of Fires of Heaven in order to get back into the series.
The last 2 hours of that book is like 10 out of 10.
Because basically nothing happens. Nothing happens between like the dogs attacking and then the ending.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Nothing happened. Oh yeah, there's a sex scene right in the middle of it that I didn't get to. Like I was right before it,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, there's sex. There's sex in the Wheel of Time. I'm back in.
Pussy. That is how it is, actually. Yeah. It's like when there's weird sexual stuff going on, I'm like, ooh. This evil chick is like making this guy come over and over again. That's kind of interesting. That's the first time I've said that about this book, and I'm 10 hours in. Like, oh, she fucked him to death. That's crazy.
Just zip.
That's awesome, yeah. And then it's 10 more hours of nothing. Like, man, where's the, like, sex death?
All right, I might have to read the Wheel of Time series.
There's some cool shit, but...
I've heard it's great.
The sexy stuff is few and far between.
It is, yeah. But it's always weird when it happens.
Is it, so in the, you listen to the audiobook, right?
Yeah.
Is it an old man reading it?
No, but it is a guy and his wife. They both read it.
I was going to say, because that was one of my favorite parts of listening to Game of Thrones online. Or like, on Audible was the old
man,
man
yeah.
where he's like, and she became wet.
Nice.
Oh,
So I was listening when I used to be an outside salesman for the company that I'm at, and I was on my way to Hebrew and listening to it, and they said that, and I fucking lost it. I was laughing, so I can't imagine what I looked like while they're driving by, and I'm just crying.
Yeah.
I was trying to stay on the road, just bawling and laughing because it was just so good.
I have a weird audio narrator anecdote. Do you guys know who Kirby Hayborn is?
Yeah, he's the
Okay.
Mormon.
Mormon movie celebrity, right?
Okay.
So very clean cut image.
Except when he did the beer commercial.
He narrates like 3 Haruki Murakami books, and as we all know, since we all read 1Q84 except for Zach, I'm sure, they
that
get
mean?
real. They get
Wait,
real.
is he the
sexual.
one from Wind Up Bird Chronicle?
He's the one for Single
Is he-
Board.
does he
No,
do that?
he's not
Okay.
that guy.
That one gets really fucking weird 20 minutes in.
Yeah. They all do. All Murakami books get real. Like
Oh, I expect them to get
1Q84
weird like after 1Q84, but 20 minutes into Wind Up
1Q84
Bird Chronicles, like, yeah.
1Q84 is
that spaghetti.
the second most normal book by that guy.
God.
But yeah, there's some real like erotic sexual stuff, like real grindy stuff, and it was weird hearing Kirby Hayborn
So like
narrate that.
So I'm guessing why he did that is because he's
money.
he's not in any more of the LDS movies because they weren't like doing any, and he did a beer commercial like, want you to do stuff like that? Yeah, out. And I'm like, yes.
Yeah, but now the people who got mad about the beer commercial have not heard like the hear the wind sing or pinball or whatever.
I might have to listen to that just because it's him, so I can laugh.
It's fucking crazy.
What this all kind of reminds me of is James Johnson. He has a bunch of all of his bandmates. They all make fun of him for Game of Thrones because they all watched Spartacus together, and like they like all made fun of that show because it's pretty cheesy. And there's like a line in there where it's talking about like Zeus's balls or something like that, and so they would always say that whenever they heard Game of Thrones on it. They would just make fun of him as if it was the same show. And then he said the one time he listened to an audiobook out loud on a tour, it like was this part where Tormund is talking about his dick, and so like it reinforced every negative stereotype they've ever had, and like nothing he says gets him to like believe that was just like the one time.
Well, guys, we are 50 minutes into this episode. We should probably talk about Hitman.
Let's do it. Yeah.
I thought it was. Did you watch that today?
Yeah.
It's pretty forgettable.
What happened?
Well,
I asked that in the middle of the movie, by the way.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, guys, what's happening right now?
It's because there's not a plot.
There is a plot.
Yeah, he was killing the Russian dude for some reason. Probably because he sold drugs.
Okay, so are you pulling up a trailer right now?
yeah.
Okay. I need you to type a little slower so we
Why?
could savor this.
Hitman movie trailer 2007.
Yeah.
Official.
Oh, I'm glad it's official.
Officially bullshit.
We wouldn't want to watch anything non-official here.
There are those who speak of a man.
Are there?
Bred
Apparently.
from the world's deadliest criminals
But they never mention that or talk about it at all.
by an exiled brotherhood of the church.
Also, never.
This is the guy that should have done the voice for Hitman.
I'm getting way more information from this trailer than I did for the movie.
Most believe his very existence is a sin.
What?
Others know he is a necessary evil.
This trailer makes it seem like a very different movie.
Yeah.
And a good one.
The place I was raised, they didn't give us names. They gave us numbers.
Quantum of Solace.
They didn't fucking say that either.
867-5309.
Coming soon.
How is there still like 30 seconds left of the trailer?
Oh, subscribe to our YouTube channel.
That's how. So Hitman, 2007 action movie, directed by somebody, and watched by a few people.
Xavier Genos, something like that.
Savior Gina.
Who was the dude that wrote it? It was a fake ass name.
Skip Woods.
Yes,
Skip
Skip
Woods.
Woods,
This
yeah.
is written by a guy named fucking Skip Woods.
It's not a real name. There's no way that's a real
We
name.
were all joking about it's written by Skip Woods and then like directed by Get Out of Town Fast. Like, man, no, everyone's running away from this movie. But yeah, fucking 2007, November 21st. Budget of $24 million.
What did they
Pretty good
spend
for
that on?
24.
that one nude scene.
The production design was pretty good, I think.
The music was decent too.
The music I thought was decent. Yeah. Let's talk about the 3 good things.
It made $101 million though. That's pretty good.
It did well. It gets a budget of like what was it, 25 million or something?
24. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's way good.
Isn't there a sequel to this movie?
There is. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why. Okay.
That's the Agent 47 I saw.
Yeah.
That's right.
Agent 47.
Is it Timothy Olyphant? Do we know?
We don't.
Rupert Friend is Agent 47 in the other one, so no.
Oh.
Okay. Timothy Olyphant was above it. He didn't want to do a sequel.
Maybe Rupert. Maybe he's got more gravitas.
Who are the
His voice
2
is-
other main members of the
Doesn't
cast?
look like it.
Olga Kurylenko and Doug Ray Scott.
Okay, Doug Reese Scott. You guys all know him as the bad guy from Mission Impossible 2. He's the guy who goes, "You bitch!" really loud.
Yeah, batch.
Which is my favorite part of Mission Impossible 2, outside of Tom Cruise getting off the motorcycle and giving the other guy a double kick. Yeah, him saying "you bitch" with his Scottish accent, and making me feel like when I was a teenager watching that movie in the living room, being like, if my mom hears this, she'll get mad. Which is true. Also, Olga what's her face?
Kurylenko.
So he's in the worst Mission Impossible movie, long-running spy franchise, and then Olga, what's her face, is definitely in the worst Daniel Craig James Bond movie as the James Bond girl. In
But
that
she hot
movie.
as shit.
She's pretty hot.
Wait, which one's the worst one?
He's the Quantum of Solace.
Quantum Solace
You
of the
didn't-
Daniel Craig
You
movies.
didn't watch Spectre?
I've only ever watched the first one.
I think Spectre's better than Quantum Solace.
I saw.
To be fair, I haven't seen him in a long time.
Except for that part where he goes, "It was all me, James. I am the source of all of your pain, James."
See, and I like him as an actor, and I was like, this is a disappointing performance by him too, though.
Yeah,
You made me want to watch them all, though. Like, I think I'm so going to do this week
Oh, I fucking love Bond.
is watch Bond and play sports
I
games.
watched. What is it? Skyfall.
Oh yes,
When I
Skyfall.
donated plasma, and I was like, "Man, this movie's amazing. I can't hear a word that's going on, but this looks fucking sweet."
Skyfall's great.
Is Skyfall the one where he gets like sniped off the train in the beginning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's holding off in the house.
The song starts. And the sky falls.
Yeah, it's a great song too. Yeah.
Oh, dude, seeing the first one though, the Casino Royale blew my mind when I was younger. Like, I fucking loved it.
I rewatched Casino Royale. I rewatched it like 4 weeks ago. Actually, really recently. It's fucking great. Casino Royale gets better every time I watch it.
That's good to hear because I'm excited to watch.
It's so fucking good. It's so fucking good.
I think Daniel Craig's my favorite Bond. To be all honest, like I like the old ones and they're great and they're campy and they're fun, but this one, like the serious one, I really
I like all the Bonds except for Lazenby, but the movie Lazenby is in is really good. Also, rest in peace, Diana Rigg, the hottest Bond girl.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not hot in Game of Thrones, unfortunately.
Sadly went downhill.
Went downhill after like 60 years.
What a bitch. You can at least keep yourself up. I mean,
she
shit.
is
I know.
fine in that movie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
She's beautiful.
On Her Majesty's Secret Service, guys. If you wanted to see what's her name from Game of Thrones,
Olenna Tyrell.
Olenna Tyrell looked like when she was younger. Woo! Oh boy.
Yeah, dude. She is hot.
The one who comes pretty close. I mean, there's some pretty hot like secondary
Pussy
Bond
galore?
girls, but as far as like main Bond girls, I mean Eva Green from Casino Royale.
Oh, dude, yes. But see, the Kurylenko chick, I had a crush on her when that movie came out.
Oh,
too.
she's
Like,
beautiful.
She's
a beautiful
gorgeous.
gal. Yeah. So.
Anyway, not the movie we watched.
Yeah, no, not
Sorry,
the movie.
we watched Hitman.
Unfortunately,
Not as great.
We did not watch Quantum of Solace, which, believe it or not, is a much better movie than Hitman. Hitman is kind of, I don't know. It's kind of
Did you read the card?
it's kind of confusing.
Because my favorite degenerates and even or should I say Candy? Hello, Candy.
No, that's not actually Craig's flesh, sadly.
Yeah, my
It's just a
shirt's
flesh
just
shirt.
open.
It's a peach-colored shirt.
It's clearly
Why
orange.
people shouldn't wear
It's
peach?
peach.
Yeah.
That color is peach.
Why people shouldn't wear peach-colored shirt?
Yeah, shirt color and bad Wi-Fi. That's right.
So
What's this movie about? Okay, so there's a hitman, and he's got to
47.
kill.
He's
the
been
president
contracted
of
to-
Russia.
He's a candidate.
he's
for
becoming the president.
presidency,
Yeah, and so the agency wants them to kill him because it's in their best interest.
And then he does, and then there's like another guy that looks just like him that's pretending to be the president, even though he killed him.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "What's going on?"
because you know he killed him because brain matter launches on the dude behind him, so you know he's dead.
Yeah. And then there's like another guy investigating, I think.
Yeah, so the other dude has been hunting him down for the past
He's been hunting down the hitman.
because he's got over 100
Well, since he was
confirmed.
like 13, our hitman is like 19 years old here.
The best, my favorite line was when he's
None
like,
of that even makes any sense either, because every other hitman looks exactly like him. They dress the same. They're all bald men.
They're scanning their
but he's the best at what he does. Like,
And they don't have a description of him, and then they're like, "Oh, you have a picture?" They're like, "What the fuck? We've never seen him before." And it's like, if you've never seen this guy, and there's like hundreds of other agents who look and dress the same, how the fuck do you know this guy has a bunch of confirmed kills? How do you know this specific guy is the one you've been after?
but maybe that's
know
like part of
things.
like, you know. But anyway, so my favorite like line of that when he's like sitting there and he's like, he's got over 100 confirmed kills and maybe more that we don't know about. And it shows the map and it's a smattering of like maybe 30 red dots out there.
Hundreds of kills.
I can't
Huge
count.
amounts of kills. Yeah.
So funny.
That's
He just has kills like everywhere that dot encompasses.
I think they should have gotten this guy to play him. Mark
Mark
Strong,
Strong.
yeah.
Mark Strong is good.
That's
I
what they
like
should
Mark
have had.
Strong.
honestly, they could have switched the two main male actors, and I think they could have just shaved the other guy's head and have him lose like 30 pounds, and he would have played a much better hitman. I don't want to say to what's his name, Timothy Olyphant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Timothy Olyphant.
Okay, Timothy Elephant. I've never seen him in anything else. I've heard his name.
I know that was. I'm going to look it up.
You
'cause
guys
that
said he was
bugging
on
me.
TV, but I've
lot.
never seen him in anything
And I've
else
heard his
either.
voice, I feel like, too.
I've heard his name, and I won't disparage. He might be a very good actor in other stuff, but he was miscast in this movie.
And like the
Yeah.
way that I like took it though was like he's not really supposed to have a personality because of like them being young. So if that's what he was going for, great. If they told you just wing it, he sucked.
I mean, if his personality was like a guy who's insecure about how high his voice is, and so he's
Yeah.
trying to put on a deep voice. You know, if that was part of the character, I could probably I could probably go with it.
Bro, he's gray as shit. Like he's old.
But he's not old.
He's old. Look at his gray.
He doesn't look old in this movie. That's for damn sure.
No.
I mean,
this
he's
is-
52
He's 52. Okay, so
now.
he's-
Yeah, he's,
13 years ago, so he was 39.
Bro, his wife was born in 1991.
Nice.
Half plus
All
8.
right, so he's in
It is, yeah.
he's in like Deadwood. He's in
He's in Dead. Oh, yeah, he is. Is
Santa
he the main
Clarita
guy in
Band.
Deadwood?
I don't know. I've never seen Deadwood.
Oh, that guy sucks, too.
Let me look at his IMDb. real quick.
Is that him? I think it is.
If you were interested, he has a Taurus. Thank you, IMDb. I don't fucking care.
I'm a Gemini.
Oh, my God.
Oh my god, what are you?
Okay, so
Craig,
he's in,
what's your sign?
I'm a Cancer.
It is that guy. That's where I know him from. Yeah, he's not very
I'm
good in
kind of.
Deadwood
He's
either,
gonna be.
honestly.
He's gonna be in
He's
one of the
just
episodes
very.
of The
He's got a
Mandalorian.
very chiseled face. Like he looked the part when he was underlit and just like sitting there in like the first little bit of the movie.
Right.
But then he starts to talk,
He's the spirit of the West in Rango.
and you expect him to have like a deep, like David Hayter-esque voice there, but then he just like
He's in Live Free or
he
Die
sounds
Hard.
like me trying to do a low voice. Like I
Yeah.
can't do it. I shouldn't be cast in parts that require that.
Man, that is so weird that that's the Deadwood guy.
Guys, he's the top of his career. He was in Sex and the City. Clearly the best he got.
Yeah, he's in a lot of TV.
He's in. Yeah, he's in. He's got a few movies spotted out throughout. It's like Dreamcatcher's a movie. Girl Next Door was in theaters. Live Free Die Hard was in theaters.
Oh, man, yeah.
Agent 47.
Yeah, I think he's miscast. Like his performance is honestly, in comparison to everybody else in the movie, especially the guy he's against, whose name I just forgot.
See, I wanna.
He really pales. Like he pales in comparison. He just has issues with line delivery. They didn't like loop him very well.
Yeah. He's the worst.
don't know,
He's
man.
probably
Like,
the worst actor
He's
in the
the
movie.
main guy. He's the main guy. I'd like to see how how in the sequel, Agent 47, like if that guy does a better job, you know, like if he's more.
No,
I'm not saying he didn't try, but obviously, like I don't think he was right for that role.
Right.
Even though he's like very lined face and he looks good with his head shaved. Like, I don't know. I don't think it was the right casting.
Yeah, I would agree.
I think that's a big issue with the film.
The dialogue felt kind of clunky too when he was saying it. Like things didn't like when he said it didn't deliver.
I felt like but the other guy could deliver lines from the same script from Skip
right.
Woods
That's what
just
I
fine.
was like he didn't deliver it well. Like it wasn't.
He didn't have the gravitas.
What was the line that I was
put
saying
that he wasn't old enough?
Would have sounded better if it was deeper. Where he's like, God won't even save you, and like walks away.
God
and I was
won't
like,
even save you.
yeah, and I was like, it would have sounded better if he was like lower in gravity.
God won't even save. Yeah, like if
he was like jaded, if he put a little like jaded into that voice,
if he had some like he just needed some balls there, and he didn't have it. I mean, that's he didn't have enough testosterone to grow hair on his head.
That's kind of that's kind of how he is in Deadwood too. Honestly, his character, he's kind of hammy in that show, and it makes the show kind of shitty.
I didn't think the movie was cringingly bad. Like Craig put up that the Rotten Tomatoes score was like 15%.
Yeah.
Which means, all but 15% gave it a somewhat negative review.
Yeah.
But it's not as bad as some of the movies we've seen.
The audience score was like 57.
Okay,
that's about where it's probably at.
This is something like junior high me would have like snuck in to go see, but like, that's a pretty good movie. That's pretty good.
I think the IMDb score was like 6.3 as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As far as like
And it was 4.5 on Amazon.
4.5 out of 5 stars. Great movie.
That's right.
Woo!
Yeah. No, I just think it's there's not too much to crap on with the movie. I just don't think
It's the same tropes that we always get. It's got bad direction, some bad writing,
Russian bad guys.
Russian bad guy.
This director was not made for action films.
No.
At least not with this, because like there's a lot of, and I know I had to do this too because we had a movie that was no money, and when you're doing an action scene, you just got to be close and just like do all the action on the cuts. But there were some scenes where, like specifically like a sword fight scene in a train car.
After they put all of their guns down and then pull out their katanas from their ass cheeks.
There were some high points with some of the action, but then it would get to like crazy, like Michael Bay-esque, and without the excitement of Michael Bay.
With the explosion.
It was just like, it was, the camera's just all over the place. You're losing track of the action. You're losing track of what's going on. You don't really understand like the geography of scenes, and that's kind of what makes me go like, oh, this director, I
don't know.
Sometimes he wasn't moving the camera very much when he could have been moving the camera to make the movie feel bigger. It's just like, it seems like it's probably not a director. And I looked up his films. I didn't recognize any of them. He's some French director. I assume he probably has just never done an action movie before, and it just was like over his head with it. But it doesn't matter because the movie made $100 million and only cost 24. So
I wonder who the director of the second one is. If it's still him.
I don't know.
I don't think
we have
it is.
to look
I think
that
it's
up.
a different dude. I don't know. There's like some weird shit with the movie plot wise too. Like all the random killing
I
he does.
expected there to be more twists.
They don't make any sense. Like they don't explain what he's doing in any of those places. And then the fucking trailer put in a bunch of shit that like was not in the movie. Like explaining like his background and shit. It's like none of that was in the movie. He didn't even tell her that his number was 47. That was not a thing that happened.
The thing is, like, they could have done that, like in the cutscene between like the credits in the beginning too, instead of the music, and have him like saying everything, and I would have been fine with that.
They could have called him 47 in like the fucking little dialogue box on his fucking computer, but they didn't do that either.
He also had like the beginning of the movie through the credits has all these flashes of like these kids going through shit and like being trained to be killers or whatever and having their head shaved and all that. And obviously he becomes one of those things, but that's never brought up again. Like he's never dealing with
that weird connection to the church that is also never brought up.
Yeah, I didn't get my nuns in goddamn leather. That's all I wanted this entire movie, and I didn't fucking get it.
Yeah, there might have been more in a previous draft, and they just had to like truncate the movie down. That's what it seems like might have happened, or maybe it's just people who've played the game and understand it. I've never played Hitman, so I don't know.
I haven't either.
The Hitman reboots are very different.
The trailer gave you more background than we ever got in the movie.
Yeah.
We got flashes of like a weird past thing that's never mentioned again.
He gets one flash one time when he goes to shoot.
Yeah, and I didn't understand that.
Yeah, exactly. It didn't make any sense because he was just like.
Yeah, and then he like randomly lets her live, even though she's like a witness to his crime.
Did you see her boobs? I would have let her live too.
She's pretty.
She was great. She's pretty.
He didn't she didn't see the boobs until later.
Dude, he cock blocks her the entire movie.
Well, I mean, yeah,
It's
he's
just funny.
protecting his virginity, bro.
Yeah, dude, you got to throw a sandwich at that bitch sometimes.
Yeah.
God.
You know she. You know,
Here's your fucking food.
every movie that she's in.
Yeah, and he just
I got you
throws
breakfast.
it through the window.
He puts her in the car, then he shuts the fucking
he
sandwich
pulls
at
her out of the trunk, and she's like, "It's disgusting in there because there was a budget. I took the body out. What more do you want, princess?" Like,
You know what? No matter what movie she's in, she doesn't get any dick.
Yeah, I'm not sure if she sleeps with James Bond. I can't remember. I feel like she doesn't, but I can't remember.
Impossible.
because everyone that sleeps him in the movies ends up getting fucking killed.
She's also in Max Payne,
isn't a
and I'm
fucking
wondering if
horror
she has
movie.
the same fucking role in Max Payne too, where it's like
yes.
playing second fiddle to the main action hero.
I'm positive that's what she will do.
Was that all she did for like 4 years? Was just to be second fiddle
we'll
to an
find out
action
when we
in an
watch the
action
Max
movie?
Payne
the
movie.
term is leading actress.
Yeah.
She's not the lead. She's a supporting role. No,
I'm just kidding, buddy.
she's more of a lead in Quantum of Solace. She has a better character there. You know who's also a Bond girl in Quantum of Solace? But she's not like a regular Bond girl. She's just like a hot chick
that
for
just
like
happens
1
to be in it.
second. Also Game of Thrones
She's
connection
only
here.
hot for a second.
Rob's wife
Oh, really?
is in Quantum of Solace.
Nice. She's
Yeah.
pretty hot.
And she's almost raped in Quantum of Solace.
Nice.
No!
Schweiss.
Almost awesome.
Schweiss.
Jesus Christ!
Also Schweiss.
Hey, there's a warning.
Nice.
Holy shit!
There's a warning that goes before the show.
Jeebus.
Okay, well, it's almost
Listener
good.
discretion is advised.
Bro, I didn't listen to the warning because apparently, Jesus fuck.
Sometimes we mean
Twitch.
it more than others. Other times.
Twitch, no.
Jesus Christ.
Are we finding new levels of Schweiss's like misogyny or like what's going on?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, so next week we're not going to be on Twitch. We'll see it from
It
YouTube.
was good while it lasted. It
Oh my god!
was real good.
Anyway.
I love women. I love everything about women. They're great.
Yeah.
Yeah, eventually he like figures out a way to get the like the president the body double, which I expected there to be a scene where he's like, I'm actually the real guy and you killed the body double.
I think it'd have been cool for more doubles to come out. I think it'd have been a kind of a cool fight scene. If there'd have been more
Yeah,
body
there could have
doubles.
been like a whole like plot thing there, but it was just kind of like, oh, okay.
Or I guess Craig was saying in like the
Kills the double,
games
too.
he's a clone, so it could have been cool to be like, oh, they're clones, and been like, oh, okay, whatever.
Hey, Skull Hottie, go
Dude,
fuck
it fucking
yourself.
said that in the. It said that in the.
Wow, Skull.
Yeah. That's
The joke is that every time Kaleb Schweiss says something awful, because this is true, by the way, there'll be comments on YouTube, there'll be comments on Twitter or whatever, be like, yeah, when Joe said this, it was bullshit. Like, I didn't say that.
Yeah.
You know what? As long as we keep deflecting to you, I guess it's okay.
God.
Yeah.
Your film career is gonna die.
There's no career. What's the career that we're talking about here?
You know what? I'm not gonna be supportive of you anymore. Go get fucked.
Okay.
Yeah. Because of these comments. Unacceptable comments.
I guess me and Schweiss sound the same, even though we definitely
Yeah,
don't.
we definitely do not. Hey, that's whatever, man. It's a
Yeah.
good scapegoat.
That's a good
You're a great scapegoat. I thank you for it.
A4 says, Joe, I can't believe you said that thing about the Armenian genocide. I can't either. Those
System
poor
of a
people.
Down is a great band.
Yeah, well, there you go.
I can't
That's
believe
the only Armenian genocide I know of. Is them killing it.
It's that song.
Oh boy.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, the one Olga is very, very exploited.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's got
I
Topless
appreciate
scene,
it.
which is nice. Two of
It's
them,
always
actually.
good in a bad movie to see tits. That's always nice.
That's the
Yeah,
saving grace.
that's what helps.
But I called it. I told you it's a video game movie that's rated R. There's excessive violence, which there was. We saw brain matter
Extreme
everywhere.
violence.
They didn't really say. I didn't hear them swear a lot actually, which I was
There
surprised.
was
about.
there was a scene where he's like, "Fuck you" or whatever.
Right, but that was it. That's usually more. But there was
Yeah,
booze I thought there was going to be.
Yeah. He's got his one swear. That's in his
Yeah.
contract.
So she's got like a dragon tattoo on her face. So the girl with the dragon tattoo's in this.
It's funny because they talk. He's like, what?
She
do you
would
have to-
actually make a pretty good girl with the dragon tattoo if she was.
Yeah, she was like, yeah,
if she was Swedish and not Russian.
if she was sweaty.
Yeah, if her glands would have been a little more loose,
if she was
she would have
sweating.
been perfect.
I need her to glisten.
Yeah.
Run a few laps, sweetie, then we'll film.
I thought it was funny that she was like the guy asked her about her face tattoo or her head tattoo, and she said, "This is the only place on my body that he won't hit." It's like, so what?
yeah,
You
which
mar
was
it with the
fucking out of
tattoo? Like,
nowhere.
what are you talking about?
Plus later when she's like basically naked, like there are no marks on her at all. So there's like,
Real quick, I thought Skull Hottie's comment just got hit by the mod. It was like the auto mod. Do you want to play this comment?
Oh, we do. The chat is always a great place.
I can't believe you said.
That's Mission Impossible 2. It's fucking loud, dude. It like echoes through that movie. Bitch.
Yeah,
It's good stuff.
I don't understand the mentality of that though. She's like, this is the only place on my body that he won't beat me.
No, it wasn't him. I think it was when she was like getting like whipped and shit because they were selling him as prostitutes.
Well, yeah, but-
she was like, it's the only place they wouldn't hit us so they could get a good price on him. Is what I
well,
think. That
she said
connected to.
him specifically. She mentioned the.
Oh,
Russian
okay. I thought
guy.
when they did the back scene, I thought that's what it was.
Yeah, what? I don't understand
Also,
that.
he only bought her for $300 US.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Joe said he'd give her his whole pay of
I
$700.
was like, she's $300. I'll give you my whole paycheck.
I'll
Yeah.
fucking buy
I'll give
her.
you $700.
know?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the thing about
buy
me
ya?
is you see her like
I'll be nice to you. I'm not gonna hit you.
You see her back a few times, like bare, and there's no like whip marks, and like they're whipping her pretty fucking hard.
Yeah.
And everything. Like she was yelling.
Well, she's young. She heals.
Yeah.
Yeah, her healing factor.
Strong healing.
She
factor.
fucking X-Men.
Man, they didn't go 12
had a
years a slave
backless
on her or
dress.
anything.
It looked like it.
Yeah. They're just not as good at doing that shit anymore, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what to fucking say about that. You lose it after a while. You know what I mean? It's like a language. If you don't use it, you lose it.
Oh, fuck.
We lost it. We
That's
lost
so
it.
fucked.
We lost it.
That limp wrist, right?
Yeah. We just doesn't have that same.
I'm not
crack.
going to encourage you. I'm not.
That's it, yeah. I don't know about her. That she's good in the movie though. I think she does a good job.
No, they,
Well, she's better than Timmy, the fucking elephant guy.
Timothy Elephant. Say it right. Timothy Elephant.
Okay. Yeah, that.
Yeah. Stop giving it the British Olyphant.
Olyphant.
High fantasy
Olyphant.
bullshit.
Yeah, isn't in like game or Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, it
Olyphant,
is. Yeah.
I want to see the Timothy Elephant's trunk, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh dear.
Well, you don't get to.
Yeah.
We almost did, but then he's like, "Hey, stop doing this," and she tries to rape him because like she's on top of him, and she's like, "What about this?" He's like, "Definitely don't do that." And she just like keeps getting closer, and she's like trying to kiss him, and he just
And
fucking
then-
knocks her out with his like fucking needle. He's like,
Yeah, he does the gentlemanly thing and drugs her and then doesn't fuck her.
Yeah.
"Listen, ladies, no means no.
Yeah, if you're
Step
gonna
off that job."
if you're gonna drug someone, give them the dignity of not fucking them.
Yeah.
And
See,
he even tucked her in. He even tucked her in.
to me, that's the Adam Carolla like changing the oil in the rental car joke. Like, what'd you go through all that effort? Like, there's just no reason to do that. Yeah.
It showed his sweet side.
Love changing the oil.
That's right. Gotta change that oil.
Dude, there's some fucking retarded dialogue in this too. With like she says something like, "Oh, you can be kind of charming when you're not killing people," and it's like he was a dick to her the whole time.
Yeah, I don't know. She's like, I would be mad if I wasn't so mad at you right now. I'd thank you. And I'm like, why the fuck would you thank him? He just had you in the trunk and he threw a sandwich at you.
But the next part is he goes, if you don't stop talking, I'm going to put you in the trunk. And then he side eyes her and she like smiles coyly at him. You're like, what the fuck?
He's also held a
Hitman's
gun
getting
to her
flirty.
face like 2 or 3 times.
But he didn't pull the trigger, and that's what counts.
He also
Yeah.
drugged her.
And didn't rape her. He's a gentleman.
Yeah, like we were saying.
He didn't shoot the trigger twice.
And there was the one time he was in the bathroom killing some dudes, and you don't know how long he's been there, but he comes out from there, and she's like, what the fuck? Like, he was in there for like an hour and a half.
In this fancy fucking restaurant.
He's got nothing on him. She's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, she's mad. And
How long am I waiting here?
She steals the wine that she leaves too. And she's so mad. That's when she tries to rape him. Which it didn't make sense to me that she wanted sex up to that point either. Because she's just like, get on the bed.
That scene would only make sense if, like, in the middle of his fighting, she was like tapping her fingers on the table.
It's because he's violent, but he's not violent towards her.
Speaking of unnecessary
and that's what
sex
turns her on.
Yeah. That's
Speaking
right.
of unnecessary sex scenes, stay tuned next week for a review of Last of Us 2.
Yeah.
Does anybody have anything else to add to this movie?
The ending,
Nothing made sense at all.
It was hard to follow.
He doesn't end up with her at the
They
end.
don't
He like
provide
ditches her in a train.
context for a lot of his random killing, like especially in the restaurant. There's like, why is he doing that?
Because he needed to kill that guy to get access to the Russians.
Which
Which they didn't provide context for that either.
movie, you would
I did watch the movie, and they didn't explain jack shit. He just did stuff.
That's what a lot of these video
we knew
games.
as much shit about what he was doing as the fucking chick who was trying to bang him the whole movie.
So you're saying this movie with a 15% Rotten Tomato score has issues with clarity in its writing?
Yeah, which is a solid 15.
That's honestly what a lot of these video game movies, I feel.
They are. They just
suffer
go.
from.
They don't take time to build a character because the writer does not give a fuck.
Yeah, things just happen. That's like what it is. Things just happen.
You know what? Like I kind of wish we got more time with the brother, like leading up to that. Because I think he could have been a fun bad guy.
I wish we
he was
understood
gonna like
what all
kill
his
his. He was gonna
flashbacks
kill
were.
his like prostitute chick too, like the chick he had with him. Like he didn't care. Like I think it'd have been cool to get more of him being like a complete just asshole.
The other
Just a
Hitman
devil may
guys
cry,
and
man
like
may
how
cry.
they're all like together, like how they're all interconnected. Like none of that stuff was really explored. It was just like barely on the surface.
Yeah.
And that could have made for a more in-depth experience, a better movie, frankly.
Yeah.
Because they're like he kills like 4 other hitmen, dude.
Yeah. And you don't really understand what it is. You just see like the weird flashbacks
Right.
in the
And you-
opening credits.
and the only reason you know
That's it.
they're
Well,
like-
technically 5 if you count the other dude he gunned down like right before like fighting those dudes on the train and then came back to him.
Oh, that's true.
The only way you know they're all connected too though is they wear the exact same suit, exact same tie, and they're bald and have the barcode. So like it's just it's just
Why do they all shave their heads? They don't have to.
Yeah, doesn't that make it too obvious, dude?
That's what I'm saying. The fucking barcode. You would know.
Apparently, it
You
makes
would
it easier
know.
to play identity.
You should just only shave your head when you have to go in to get scanned or whatever.
And it's just that one part. It's like,
If this movie, if it would have come out like 10 years later, if it would have came out like 10
right.
years later, it'd be a QR code
Slaps
on the
him.
back of his head. Rate me.
to be fair, if they wanted to be more sneaky, they should have
Rate,
put it like
yeah.
yeah, rates with a T.
not the commonly used
just-
rate with a P.
I just feel like if they wanted
Right with
to,
the P?
if they wanted it, God, if they wanted to be more sneaky, they could have put it like on the ass cheek or something.
Yeah, that's
Like
he's
something
got
not a lot of people.
he's got a second barcode. That's his discount code.
You know that scene, if that was the case in the original Hitman, you know there would have been a scene where like she was naked and like he was like getting out of the bed and like you see a little peekaboo tattoo underneath his ass cheek.
Yeah, and as he gets off the bed, it just goes boop.
when they go into like the actual like assassin academy, they just have like assless chaps they all walk around in, so they know what number.
He probably has like a little scanner that goes with his laptop and he just like lifts up his pant in order to like dick, like just a little scan.
Every
It's like a
time-
little grocery store. A little grocery store. He's
Every
like, fuck, it's not scanning.
every time he slides in, it like goes
He's gotta
off.
like rub it real quick to like get the sweat off so you can just like.
That wouldn't know. Okay, so they have to.
Oh, I have to shave it. There must be some hairs messing with the code.
Yeah,
If they
sorry.
put it on the ass cheek, there has to be a scene where it's like. Where like he's covered up the entire time, like running, like there's just things, and he's in a grocery store. And he slides ass ass cheeks across his scanner, and it's like, and it's like, and he just like But it's gonna the price is gonna be his number, but he's just gonna keep running.
Yeah. That would have been a great scene.
$47.
Oh yeah, they could like smash like the back of his head into something. It's like,
They should have had that. That would have been like, come on.
Yeah, that's a funny scene they should have had. Yeah, you could have written that in.
And then the
easy.
black dude's thing doesn't scan.
it's because they didn't put the white behind it, so you couldn't see the barcode.
Exactly.
He wasn't even a hitman, though. He was just a dude.
Just another bald guy.
There's
so many fucking bald people in this movie.
No, that was the.
No.
It's the dude that chokes with the belt. He's the last person. When he kicks out that really small window, it's like, how the fuck?
Yeah,
did
he
get out
takes the
window?
longest to kill the black guy.
No, that was the
No,
agent.
that was-
No, it wasn't.
No.
Yeah, it wasn't the agent.
It was
Are you
another
sure?
agent,
I'm with
yeah.
Schweiss on this one.
No,
There
it
was
was a hitman. It was a hitman because he kills him.
there was a Hitman one who was black, and then there was the black partner guy
Yeah.
for the Interpol guy.
I thought that was the same
There were
guy.
two black guys in the
Oh,
movie.
shit. Did I do it again?
Yeah, you did.
Schweiss, I just did it with you. I thought it was the same guy.
because he
Fucking
That's why I was like, why does that guy have swords?
It was like a thin, head-shaved, dark-skinned man who was coming after the main guy.
but
One of them was wearing a trench coat, and the
And
other guy was wearing a
the
suit.
other dude had some scruff on.
That's
him,
how
too.
you
And none of the other
differentiate.
people had anything.
I thought he shaved or something. I
No.
thought it was the same guy.
Yeah, that makes sense as to why he had the mini swords.
Okay.
I was like, why does this Interpol agent have swords on him?
so
This
real
is
quick,
weird.
Because they can't all be white guys.
That fight scene was fun to me because like when he like slams him against the other rail with the piece of metal, and he's like looking for him, like, oh, where'd he go? And he just grabs him by the feet and just pulls him under. And you're like, dude, this doesn't make any fucking sense.
Hey, to be fair, I didn't recognize the difference between all the hitmen either. Like all the white guys.
Because they all look the
They
same.
were all just like white
Yeah.
dudes with a shaved head wearing a suit. Like, what the fuck? Except for the old guy.
Yeah.
That guy could.
Yeah, that guy was fun.
Yeah.
It's like the
The
fight
guy who
should
gets
have.
gunned down instantly.
Yes. The fight should have been him. Like the lights are off, and they're like,
he
talking
says-
to each other. Like, I've been bald far longer
Yeah.
than you.
That's the only scene Tiffany Olyphant's voice is hella low.
You want to explain the marble?
You think the baldness is an ally? I was born in it. I was born in the baldness. Molded. I didn't have hair.
Molded by the code.
By the time you started shaving your head, I couldn't grow hair. So yeah, I was joking because there's a scene in the beginning where there's like a marble thing that's like set
He
something
has a
Yeah,
on.
he
bunch
goes
of,
into
like,
his room and he
clear
like puts the
marbles
bomb
or
up.
something.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he uses marbles to like.
Sets a bunch of booby traps.
Yeah, and I was like joking about it, and it's like he's like, all right, and then I'm gonna put the marbles down on the floor, and then they're gonna slip on the marbles, and then they're gonna go into the kitchen, and they're gonna slip on some vegetable oil on the floor, and then he's gonna walk to the only safe place there is, the balcony, and that's where I'm gonna shoot him. It's like nothing else matters, and then he just shoots him at the end, like it's just.
Just an inconvenience.
Yeah. It's like there was a bucket. I'm gonna put a bucket of water above the door, and I'm gonna tie a string to it.
It's gonna be ice cold.
He's gonna open up that, and then there's a banana peel on the floor. He's gonna slip on the banana peel, and then I'm gonna shoot him.
Oh, what are the plot points we can talk about?
And then an anvil's gonna fall on one of the guys.
Yeah,
An Acme rocket's gonna get on his ass. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
and Anvil's gonna barely miss him, and then I'm gonna fucking shoot him.
Then they're on the street, and a piano's just gonna fall.
Yeah. He falls off his balcony and still alive. And just bonk.
He's got to set up that piano. He had to get some moving guys over there.
Yeah,
Give me the crane. Give me the crane.
Why is there a piano at this hotel? Just
It don't matter what the piano's when you gotta catch the hitman.
on a crane, just like sitting there.
and then I'm gonna stuff a fucking airbag, and then when he rings the doorbell, the airbag's gonna beat the shit out of him like in that Jackass movie, and then I'm gonna
Yeah.
shoot him. And then while he's stunned, wondering what the fuck just happened, I'm gonna shoot him in the head. It's like nothing, all this random shit, and then I just shoot him. Just fucking shoot him after torturing him. But yeah, that's what they should have done. They should have had the marble where the guy slips on the marbles and then like slips on the grease, and then the guy just shoots him.
So like, I didn't understand why they put the whole plot point with like him not being good with women and like wanting to figure out how to talk to him because it really didn't.
Because he was born and raised.
No, I know that, but like it didn't really
Around
there
other
wasn't
dudes.
a payoff
No, there wasn't. You're right.
because he was still an asshole. With the
You're right. You're right. They didn't explore his character whatsoever. You're absolutely right. That's it.
Because like it was just like it would have been like nice. And then
He's a
like,
guy
oh.
who's trying to have a deep voice to be intimidating. He's not quite hitting it. But
This is his
he's really
story.
good at shooting. Yeah, this is his story.
You know
He's
you're not intimidating when your voice cracks, right?
The payoff was that he bought the chick the vineyard from his magazine.
Yeah, that's true. And he
That was
killed
the
her
payoff.
sniper. He killed the.
I told you to leave her alone.
Yeah, and it's just some other bald
Should have
guy.
listened next time.
I told you to leave her alone.
I love how he watches her through a scope on a gun all the time.
He
too.
just like points it at her,
He's
just
just
like.
smiling like.
Does he not have binoculars? Like,
Apparently, he doesn't.
I just must use the scope.
Also,
I
he had
love-
the gun.
I
out.
also
He killed
love
the
how
guy.
he snuck up on the sniper guy with another sniper rifle,
Yeah.
implying that he got close to shoot him with a fucking sniper.
That's some Call of Duty shit. That's great.
Yeah, he was probably no scope hip shot.
He just walks up.
Doing
He's,
a
like, he's all fucking camper. Sets himself.
No, you
sets
look
himself
up. It's a camera angle from the girl at the street. And he's spinning around super fast, and then he just aims a little bit, and it pulls it to him, and he shoots him.
360 no scope.
Yeah,
Do you know what? I honestly thought though at the end when he was like looking at her through the scope and he was like really like happy and just like she's gonna have her life. I thought for sure we were just gonna see the on the other side, and he was like, and then it ended, and it's gonna be like Hitman 2.
No, that'd be a
Electric
twist.
Boogaloo.
That would be more work for the plot.
Great.
yeah. They
They
did
don't
have
want to do
a.
that.
I was waiting for it the whole time though. I
They
really
did-
was.
I was
They-
waiting for something to be a twist, but nothing ever happened.
Yeah,
The twist was he was the wrong guy. Wasn't the guy? It was the body double. That was a twist.
But that
and it
was
weak
in the
as
first
fuck.
15 minutes.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he
and then
fucked up.
and then the funny thing about that, the government made it seem like the guy died, and he did die. But then, like, the guy comes back and he just has a fucking bandage on his forehead. It's like, really? You
and
think
no
it's the
scar
devil?
in the next scene that he's in because he doesn't have that on either.
I
Like,
lived.
Yeah, it's like, I made it. I mean, I don't know. They just scraped my fucking brain matter off that guy's face.
everyone knows my skull, the hardest, the biggest.
They just stuffed it back in. It's like, they didn't need to fix it. They just put
No
a
skull better than mine.
No,
You know, the biggest plot
Thick.
point is
Everybody
the
knows.
fact that, like, the chick is supposed to be the witness to the crime, where he was on, like, this fucking construction building up on
Yeah.
the top.
But then-
how
but then-
the fuck did she witness
she
him
didn't
sniping
because
that?
he asked her. He goes, "Have you seen my face before this?" And she said, "No."
Oh, they just wanted him to kill her.
Yeah,
yeah.
it was all set. It was all
for,
set
like,
up.
no reason, then. Like,
Well, because she knew what that dude did, so I'm pretty sure she was the actual. Because it doesn't tell you, but I'm pretty sure she was the intended target. And
yeah,
they were
but
going
he
to
was
take
on
him
the
out because he knew
street,
the
and then they had another hitman guy aiming for her.
he was aiming for him. Oh, you're right. She was aiming for no, because he shot the dude next to him. He shot the Russian guy that was standing right next to him.
It looked like he was aiming for the chick.
It doesn't look like that's not what happened.
That was a really good impersonation of Craig.
Thanks.
I think it's funny in the very beginning, though, like, the one guy's buddy gets blasted, and then he's just kind of, like, standing around like, oh, what's going on?
Also, he does that twice though, because when he's giving the speech at like the church, the dude shoots him with the sniper and it hits the glass. He's like, "Oh, all right." And he just-
How about you try shooting me 6 more times?
Oh, shit! And the glass breaks. Shit!
So, but wait, there's more.
He's like the Metal Gear Solid 1 guards. He's just fucking stupid. Like, huh? What was that noise? Huh? Yeah, his fucking buddy's brains are all over his face.
I'm
What?
gonna go check it out.
What was that?
It's like the dude in Saving Private Ryan where he like gets hit in the helmet and he's like, "You guys, I lived," and then like his brain, and you're like, "Oh."
Oops. Should have kept the helmet on.
Wah, 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 wah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a whatever movie. It's not like painfully
No,
bad.
Yeah,
It's not as bad as some of the ones we've seen, but it's also not like on the higher list of the other ones.
Yeah, upper middle.
Yeah.
It's poorly directed.
I mean, it's got tits that like makes it immediately somewhere in the middle, you know.
Okay, no, because that's bullshit. Because Evil Bowls movie had tits, and I fucking hated.
Yeah,
that
but those
movie.
were fake.
Which
tits.
one?
House of the Dead 2.
That wasn't his.
That wasn't Movable. That was
wasn't really not?
that
Yeah.
was the direct-to-video
I've been
one.
shit talking
That was
Movable for
bull.
so long.
Although-
and it wasn't even his movie.
Although House of the Dead also had tits,
It did.
and it's not great.
I think they were like,
hey man,
fake.
I'm sorry.
I think those were fake tits, right? It
Uh,
was like 2003. It must have been fake tits.
well, there was like 6 pairs of tits. I don't know.
You're showing tits in a movie in 2003. They're fake tits.
Probably. I mean, I don't.
That was
doubt-
their line.
I don't doubt that all of them were porn stars. Like none of them were big names.
In House of the Dead 2, they were 100% all porn stars.
Well, yeah,
Wasn't Ron
'cause
Jeremy in it?
Sticky Fingers was a fucking like main liner in that
Do you
movie.
think he's ever tried to sue wingers for their like chicken fingers? He's like, yo, motherfucker, you can't be naming it after my shit. And just like goes in there, it's mine now.
Yeah, did you not know that the famous actor Sticky Fingers was in the fucking movie House of the Dead 2?
Outside of the House of the Dead, I've never heard of Sticky Fingers.
You haven't heard of these sticky fingers?
Nor have I heard of Skip Woods until today.
That's because that name is fake.
Yeah. But Sticky Fingers is real.
Sticky
Dude, it's his
Fingers.
actual name, dude. Like, I'm pretty sure he changed it to it.
God damn.
What a legend.
Okay, his full name is Kirk Jones. I wish he would have changed the sticky fingers. Like
I didn't want to know
jackass.
that. I wanted to forever know him as Sticky Fingers.
He doesn't look like a Kirk. He definitely looks
Just
more
like
like
I
a
don't,
Sticky.
just like I don't know 50 Cent's real name.
It's Curtis.
No, it's 50 Cent.
Can you see like a reservation? Like,
Fitty.
fingers, Mr. Sticky.
FIDDY.
Reservation for 2 sticky fingers. Fingers sticky. It's me.
So it's just like, hey, I want to order a pizza. Okay, what's the name on it? Sticky.
Listen, man, I don't have time for your bullshit.
Look, man,
Sticky fingers.
it's been a long night. We're really fucking busy here. Can you not fuck with me right now? No, it's Sticky. No, come on, dude.
Okay, what's your last name? Fingers. Fuck you.
Fingers. Fingers. How do you spell fingers?
Fingers with a Z.
F-I-N-G-A-Z. You know what, bro? No, not tonight. Jackass? Do you think that's the one name they get right at Starbucks, though? Like, everyone else's names they're like Sticky Fingers?
No, Sticky Fingers.
You got the emphasis in the wrong place.
They just misspelled the first name, so it'd be Stinky Fingers.
That's his porn name. Stinky Fingers.
With that wet ass pussy.
Yeah. He's got 2 sticky fingers and 1 stinky finger.
That's been a good run.
That's it. We're done. That's it. That's a good review of Hitman.
They had a sequel planned from this movie, and they actually ended up canceling it. And then the later one came out as like a different thing.
Oh, it's its own thing.
That's what it seems like, yeah.
Okay. Well,
Movie was pretty forgettable.
Yeah, I mean, I watched it twice, and I honestly don't remember any of that movie that I
Because
just watched.
there's nothing to remember.
I remember
It's
that
incoherent as shit, so I can
I'd
see
rather.
why.
It's like a low rent transporter.
You know what? That's what I thought with the
That's what it
katanas,
is.
man.
Yeah.
You're right.
Well, one of the characters that was in the movie is also in Transporter 3.
Shit, dude.
Which
Yeah.
one's in Transporter 3?
The guy that was said was in Prison Break.
Oh, okay. Oh, the Scottish dude?
No, the other guy who was put in the bathtub. They
Oh,
rigged
okay,
to
yeah,
like
yeah.
electrocute him. That guy.
Yeah, because the Russians are the bad guys in the third one, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
there you go.
Yeah.
Forgettable.
I
think we're done here. Ladies and gentlemen, you can check us out on Facebook. Type in Nude Clan. You can check us out on YouTube. Type in Nude Clan. Please subscribe to YouTube. Our YouTube audience is so tiny.
Yeah, I've got Let's Plays. My whole playthrough of Last of Us Part 2 is up there.
Don't confuse us with the National Geographics.
Yeah. Affiliated, but not us. How about that?
You can.
That's our African chapter.
You can tweet the show at Nude Clan Podcast. You can tweet me at Joseph DeGolier.
Me at Obsidian Ba.
Me at UFF Podcast.
Me at B Grixis.
And if you would like to support the show, you can check out the links in the description of the podcast episode or on YouTube or wherever you get your podcast.
Except for the Amazon one. That one doesn't work anymore.
Oh.
They kicked us off because they said we don't have a website. Because I gave them the RSS feed website, and I was like, hope this works. Like, what are we supposed to do about that, though? Maybe I'll have to call them.
I don't know.
It's like, that seems kind of bullshit.
You can set up like a Wix free site. Just be like, fuck off, you guys.
I'm going to have to because I want to use it because it's a good one. Like, it's good.
Yeah, it is nice.
It's good.
Stay tuned for our, what is it? What is that site called? Just OnlyFans?
OnlyFans. It's in the works.
Stay tuned for our OnlyFans website profile thing and patreon.com.
Yeah.
Subscribe.
Donate to us. Give us your money. I mean, how many hours of content do we have to give you before you pony up, really? Like, truly.
We're sick of being your whores and not getting.
Yeah, now we're just sluts if we don't get paid.
We want to be escorts, classy.
Yeah.
Have you always wanted to be daddy? Now's your time.
Yeah.
Donate.
Time to daddy up. But we do need it.
Tell a friend. Tell a friend about Nude Clan.
None of your Christian friends, though. They'll hate us.
Please do.
Till then, though.
Wait, don't forget questions. We need questions. Whether it's on the Discord, the Twitter,
whatever.
the Skype.
Yeah.
We need your questions.
385-204-3921. That's where you can go.
Do you want us to keep popping off like this? That's how you get it.
Yeah.
By giving us questions.
Yeah, do that.
We don't care how fucked up they are. Won't answer anything. Except for about Yennefer's boobs, apparently.
Yeah. So do that. Oh, we also have a Discord channel. Please join that. That's a great way to get a hold of us. There's lots of social media that I'll sign out of for weeks on end. Discord's not one of them. I always use the Discord.
Yeah.
It's good. So we have that on the show. It's the pinned tweet, and it's also my pinned tweet. So join there. There's a lot of good discussions that go on. A lot of good stuff for all of the podcasts. Godzilla, Ultima Final Fantasy, Puff Puff Hour, and Song of Schweiss and Johnson. All of those have a presence on the Discord channel.
But not Super Sexy Swinging Fan Fiction. Fuck that show.
Yeah. It's the most popular of our podcasts on Podcast Addict, though. It is the number one Geekdom Entertainment show.
It's the number one subscribe to, realize you made a mistake podcast and leave and never listen to it.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. And it's funny because I think Nude Clan got censor scrubbed on that app because our subscribes went way, way, way down.
Yeah, I saw that. And I was like, oh, they must have course corrected. I have no idea what they did, but
I feel like they scrubbed us for our content. We're being oppressed.
No one's they don't scrub on that one. That's like an automated
oppressed.
System thing. That's not they're not their own podcast host.
Well, don't look at the number. It's a lie. Add 1 million to it, and then you got it.
Yeah, I don't think we would have J jobs if that was the case. I think we would all do Nude Clan.
We would have lowercase jobs.
If we had 1 million people just listening to us on Podcast Addict, we would be
probably
living off of the show just fine.
Yeah, I mean, we did get the 1 million from Spotify. Joe Rogan's got his 100 million, but we got the 1 million.
Spotify will not take Ultima Final Fantasy. Guys, I want everybody listening to this thing to email Spotify and complain that Ultima Final Fantasy is not on there.
I have said, hey, put it on there many times, and I had to do it with every show where I was like, hello, like Spotify, do it, and then it did it with Schweiss and Johnson, and then I did it again with all the shows, and then it's like, okay, now we'll let in Nude Clan. And then I did it again, and then I didn't let anybody in.
So seriously, if you're listening to this and you feel like being a good complainer for us,
yeah,
complain to Spotify.
Demand.
Are we on the Amazon's new podcast platform?
Yeah, we're on Amazon's.
Is UFF?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, we'll have to. Yeah.
Last time I checked, it was we were on.
UFF needs to be on Spotify.
Or no, maybe it was Google Podcasts. I can't remember.
Yeah, we're on those just fine.
Yeah, everywhere else, it's Spotify is like
Spotify's being a stickler about UFF for some reason.
Yeah, and there's plenty of other shows that are on there that it's like we do things
What
that
the
are.
fuck, Spotify?
We just got to get YouTube up because I want one of those plaques with like the little like YouTube thing.
Yeah.
Just to put behind me.
Oh, good luck with Nude Clan being there.
Yeah.
Dude, as long as people are subscribing.
Subscribe and share. On
subscribe and share.
Yeah.
Make multiple accounts. I don't give a shit. Just keep subscribing.
Okay.
Right.
All right. That's going to be it for this week, guys. See you next time.
Enjoy the nude.
Live always. Just kidding. I can't do it now. You guys.
I just wanted nuns in leather.
Live always in the nude.
Fuck off.